The story begins with Jo-eun, our protagonist, taking pictures of flowers. These pictures serve as records to aid his treatment, hinting at a mysterious illness. Meanwhile, outside the school, students are joyfully chatting and laughing. Jo-eun, recently transferred to Seoul, remarks to his mother that it feels no different from Busan. He captures a few more images, only to realize he has accidentally taken a picture of a girl. Upon seeing the angle of the photo, he blushes. Just as he stares at the picture, his mother calls him, stating that she must return to Busan after completing his transfer process. In class 2 to 3, the teacher silenced the class to introduce the new transfer student. As Jo-eun stands before them, he sweats nervously, prompting the teacher to reassure him. He stumbles through his introduction, stating that he is from Busan and looking forward to getting to know everyone. However, his voice is so low that no one hears him clearly. The students murmur among themselves, questioning his presence and even laughing at his name. Jo-eun, sensing their intimidating aura, realizes he must adapt quickly to avoid past mistakes from Busan. As he moves to his seat, he plans his next step, befriending his seatmate. But to his shock, his seatmate is none other than the girl he mistakenly photographed earlier. Observing her closely, he notices bandages on her face, wondering if she might be a bully. Just as he contemplates this, she looks at him with a pen against her lips. Jo-eun, captivated by her beauty, stares in awe. She suddenly glares at him and snaps, "What the hell are you looking at?" His attempt to befriend his seatmate fails miserably. Hoping for a friendlier classmate, Jo-eun is intimidated. He recalls a YouTube video explaining that bonding with the person you sit next to is crucial. Gathering his courage, he reintroduces himself, laughing at his name to lighten the mood. However, she remains unfazed. The moment turns silent until Jo-eun notices her focused on her studies. This leads him to reconsider. Maybe she isn't a bully after all. Two male students approach Jo-eun, introducing themselves. One comments that it must be tough sitting next to her, implying she isn't well liked. Jo-eun, confused, awkwardly shrugs it off. The two explain that she is always rude and that it's best to ignore her. Jo-eun wonders why they speak of her this way but follows them to the cafeteria, seeing an opportunity to make friends. One of them is surprised by Jo-eun's height, asking if he worked out in Busan. Jo-eun denies it, yet they continue praising his physique. While eating, they inquire about life in Busan and why he transferred. The unexpected question catches him off guard and he lies, saying it was due to his father's job. In truth, Jo-eun's transfer was because of a past incident. The scene shifts to a hospital, where Jo-eun wakes up, bandaged and confused. He asks his parents where he is, and they respond with concern, questioning if he remembers anything. Jo-eun, puzzled, asks his father how old he is, revealing his amnesia. Due to an accident, he lost all memories from kindergarten until now. Returning to the present, Jo-eun struggles academically, unable to grasp what is written in his textbooks. Despite his parents claiming he was once a brilliant student, it seems even his academic prowess has been erased. During PE, students engage in a soccer match. When Jo-eun gets the ball, he dashes forward with incredible speed, dribbles past everyone, and scores a goal. The entire class is mesmerized, bombarding him with questions about his athletic skills. Jo-eun himself is shocked. His parents claimed he was a bookworm, yet his body moves instinctively, like a seasoned athlete. With this newfound admiration, Jo-eun feels optimistic about achieving his goal of a smooth school life. However, a flashback reveals Jo-eun settling into his new home. His mother asks if he remembers anything, to which he replies, no. She appears relieved but assures him that memories will return over time. Her reaction suggests Jo-eun might have been a troublesome child. His mother then shows him his old room, stacked with books, claiming he used to love studying. She even presents awards from Korea's Mathematics Olympiad, proving he was once a top student. Jo-eun is shocked, questioning why he has no recollection of this life. When his mother starts crying, his father steps in, telling Jo-eun not to worry. Later, Jo-eun's father hesitates before revealing the truth. Jo-eun was a victim of severe bullying. On the day of the accident, he had been running from bullies, which led to the incident that erased his memories. Jo-eun is stunned, terrified by this revelation. His father assures him that he is now safe and that this new school offers a fresh start. Back in school, Jo-eun notices that his seatmate always sits alone, even during breaks. He wonders why she has no friends. Meanwhile, students continue praising him, and he enjoys the recognition. After PE, Jo-eun prepares to put a shirt in his locker when a blonde-haired student questions what he's doing. The student explains that their school has a rule. After PE, shirts must be dried on the rooftop. However, their class has a special shuttle service. To Jo-eun's horror, students begin tossing their shirts at his seatmate, who remains unfazed, absorbed in her book. The blonde-haired student urges Jo-eun to do the same, leaving him at a crossroads. One MC tells the blonde-haired guy that he wants to see the rooftop. He's never been there before, so he decides to fetch his clothes himself. He laughs slightly. The blonde-haired guy tells him there's nothing special about the rooftop. Still, MC asks for directions. The blonde-haired guy looks frustrated and tells MC to just let her dry his clothes. She starts collecting them, then notices a glance in MC's appearance as he heads toward the cafeteria. Inside the cafeteria, everyone is smiling and eating. MC looks for a seat when the blonde-haired guy calls him over. MC sits next to him and feels pleased. He already has someone to eat with. He is relieved, knowing that he won't be bullied while eating. As he scans the room, he searches for the girl from earlier, but doesn't see her. The blonde-haired guy notices and asks MC if he is searching for someone. MC denies it at first, but then admits he's looking for the girl who sat next to him in class. The blonde-haired guy asks if he's interested in CO Biome. The MC, flustered and blushing, denies it, thinking to himself, her name is CO Biome? Huh. The blonde-haired guy looks relieved. If MC had been interested in her, it would have meant trouble for him. After eating, MC tells him he is heading to the rooftop to get his PE shirt. The guy gets frustrated, telling MC that after everything he said, he still insists on going. He explains that the girl from earlier will bring their clothes, so MC doesn't need to go. But MC doesn't listen. He insists he'll be back in no time. On the rooftop, MC wonders how he could let his classmate do his work in the first place. He notices that clouds are forming. It will rain soon. He needs to hurry. Just then, he sees something unexpected. The girl from earlier is sitting alone eating a triangle kimbap. He wonders why she eats here instead of in the cafeteria. MC suddenly recalls something his friend told him. In this school, there is one person no one should mess with. King Hwang Daehan. He excels in both fighting and studying and belongs to a powerful family. He is the grandson of the school principal, which means even teachers don't dare to challenge him. Whatever he says becomes law. If he decides someone should be bullied, then even an ordinary student will instantly become a target. MC asks why the king made CO Biome a target. The blonde-haired guy responds that he doesn't know, but whatever the reason, she must have pissed him off somehow. While MC contemplates this, it suddenly starts raining. He glances at Seo Bayom and sees her collecting clothes. Watching her, MC wants to help, but he hesitates. He remembers what his father told him before he transferred here, that he was a victim of bullying in his previous school. His father advised him to start fresh, make new friends, and avoid trouble to ensure a smoother school life. Remembering this, MC retreats, going back downstairs. Seo Biom senses someone behind her and turns around, but there's no one. Back in the classroom, chaos erupts. Everyone's uniforms are soaked from the rain, and they start blaming Seo Biom for it. MC watches, feeling frustrated. First, they made her do the work, and now they are accusing her. He realizes that he is no different from them. No, he's worse, a coward. They continue cursing her. However, Seo Biom remains unfazed, quietly reading her book while coughing. Seeing her cough, MC heads to the infirmary and asks for cough medicine. The nurse insists on checking his temperature first. He clarifies that it's not for him, but for a friend. She hands him the medicine. Now, he just has to figure out how to give it to her naturally. After class, MC notices a crowd gathered outside their classroom. The blonde-haired guy asks where he was, and MC replies that he was in the bathroom. The guy explains that no one should get involved with the Seo Bayom. Choosing the wrong side could make someone an outcast, an ordinary student, or even a victim of bullying. Inside, a thug-like student lifts Seo Bayom's book and sneers, curious about what she's reading. It's an English book. Seo Bayom calmly asks for her book back. The bully taunts her, asking why she studies English so hard. MC realizes it's the same book she was reading earlier. The bully mocks her further, pretending to be scared. Then, he spits on her book and tells her that if she wants it back, she has to pick it up from the floor. He steps toward her, asking why she isn't picking it up, Does she not want it anymore? He threatens to throw it in the trash. Suddenly, MC crouches down and picks up the book himself. He wipes it with his uniform and hands it back to Seo Beom. The bully glares at MC, demanding to know what he's doing. He warns MC that as a new student, he doesn't understand the situation, but he says he'll let it slide if MC gives the book back to him. MC remains silent. The bully grows angry. He calls MC a piece of trash, saying he must have gone crazy. Then he shouts at MC, asking if he is deaf, preparing to hit him. But before he can land a punch, MC instinctively throws one first, sending the bully flying across the classroom. Everyone is stunned. Even Seo Beom looks shocked. MC himself is in disbelief. He wonders, what did I just do? This is insane. How much strength does he have? Was he a gang leader in the past? The unconscious guy lies motionless on the ground while his friend tries to wake him up, believing he's just pretending. He shakes him, laughing nervously, telling him to stop joking around. It's not funny anymore. What he doesn't realize is that he actually got knocked out with a single punch. He even slaps his face in an attempt to wake him. Meanwhile, MC is still in shock, unsure of how he managed to do that. He had no intention of hitting the guy. He just got angry when he spat on the girl's book. The moment she saw her precious book being disrespected, his body moved on its own. The unconscious guy's friend keeps trying to revive him, and after a while, he finally wakes up. A heavier-built student, Fatty, tries to downplay the situation, saying this only happened because he let his guard down. Otherwise, how could he possibly be hit by a nerd like MC? However, stares intently at MC, his expression dark. MC feels like his soul has left his body, convinced that he's dead meat now for angering him. But to everyone's surprise, the rough-looking guy doesn't retaliate. Instead, wanting to preserve his reputation, he announces that he simply collapsed due to anemia. Fatty, looking skeptical, questions how he could suddenly develop anemia like that. The guy quickly makes up an excuse, saying it might be because he's been drinking too much lately. Fatty, still unconvinced, points out that he clearly saw him getting punched, and there's even a visible bruise on his face. But the rough-looking guy insists, glaring dangerously. I didn't get hit by that bastard. I just collapsed from anemia. His tone leaves no room for argument. Fatty, realizing the tension, quickly backs down. The guy then gestures towards MC and asks his friend, "Look at him. Does he look like someone who could knock me out?" At that moment, MC unknowingly strikes a clueless Pookie pose while looking at them, further reinforcing the illusion that he's harmless. The rough-looking guy then warns everyone not to spread any false rumors. If any of you have taken a video or something, and I catch you, you'll regret it. With that, he turns on his heel and leaves, taking his crew with him. As soon as they leave, murmurs spread through the classroom. I swear, I saw Dongmin get hit. Meanwhile, MC lets out a sigh of relief. He doesn't fully understand what happened, but at least it seems like the situation is under control. However, unbeknownst to him, Seo Beom is staring at him from behind. She grips her book tightly, recalling what he did for her just now. Suddenly, MC's friend calls out to him, bombarding him with questions. How are you so strong? How are you so good at fighting? What kind of training did you do in Busan? Surprised, MC honestly replies that he doesn't know how he managed to throw a punch like that, but while he's talking, he notices Seo Beom leaving through the door. The blonde-haired guy scoffs, saying, "See? She has no manners. She didn't even say thank you. Even before she was a victim of bullying, she was infamous for being rude and cold to everyone." Seo Beom suddenly turns around and says, "Why should I thank him? Did I ask for his help?" But rather than being offended, MC, being the hopeless simp he is, finds her even more beautiful when she's angry. Later, outside the school, Fatty once again asks the rough-looking guy, "Are you really sure you didn't get hit by that transfer student?" Annoyed, the guy glares at him. "Didn't I already tell you? I didn't get hit. I just collapsed." But deep inside, he's fuming. Did he really run away from that fight by using such a ridiculous excuse? He, a former grenadier, got knocked out by a single punch from that nerd. He still can't process it. How did he lose so easily? Fatty, however, remains convinced. "I swear I saw Dongmin get punched and collapse. Maybe he's just a useless bastard after all." Testing his theory, Fatty suddenly throws a punch at Dongmin, thinking that if MC could take him down, so could he. However, Dongmin snaps, retaliating with a barrage of kicks, leaving Fatty groaning on the ground. That settles it. Dongmin is still as strong as ever. Fatty realizes he was wrong. On his way home, MC notices Seo Baeom walking ahead. He wonders if she lives in the same direction as him, but immediately panics, worrying that she might think he's following her. He also feels relieved that she wasn't bullied after school. Suddenly, Seo Baeom stops. She removes her earphones and turns to face him. "Do you have something to say to me?" she asks. "If you're waiting for me to thank you, then..." Before she can finish, MC suddenly hands her something and quickly runs away, yelling, "It's just a coincidence. My house is this way too. See you tomorrow." Seo Baeom is left standing there, stunned. When she looks down at her hand, she realizes he gave her the cough medicine he got from the nurse. She grips the packet, thinking, what a weird guy. Meanwhile, at a karaoke bar, some students are laughing and making fun of Dongmin. "Hey, I heard you got knocked out by a nerd today." One of them sneers. "It's not just our class that knows about it." The rumor has already spread across the neighborhood. Dongmin clenches his fists. "That's not what happened," he snaps before spitting out, "You little bitch." Guy in a red t-shirt watches him closely. "What did you just say?" he asks, his tone dangerous. Dongmin immediately starts sweating. Nothing. I was just talking to myself." The red t-shirt guy suddenly laughs. "Relax. I'm just messing with you. We're friends, right? Friends can diss each other." Then he leans in and asks, "So, what does this new kid look like? Is he a troublemaker?" A girl beside them chimes in. "Yeah. Is he at least good looking?" Dongmin hesitates before replying. "He's just a nerd. Except, he's kinda big." But deep down, he knows the truth. That nerd isn't just a nerd. The moment he was hit by MC's fist, he felt something terrifying. An overwhelming aura. Something that made him feel like he had been struck by a different kind of beast. The girl laughs mockingly. "So, you're saying you got beaten by a nerd?" Frustrated, Dongmin snaps. "I told you. I wasn't beaten." The red t-shirt guy smirks. "Then prove it." He leans closer and whispers, "You know what to do." Brother Daehan doesn't even consider nerds as people. If he finds out you got knocked out by one, what do you think will happen? You'll end up just like Seo Baeom, bullied by everyone. Dongmin clenches his fists. The next day, classroom 2 to 3. A glass bottle flies toward MC's head. Startled, he instinctively dodges it. Standing in the doorway is Dongmin. He's here for revenge. This time, we're fighting for real. MC stares at him, completely bewildered. The scene opens in the morning inside the MC's house. He steps out of the bathroom, feeling completely refreshed after a, necessary morning ritual. Ready for school, he grabs his bag and heads for the door. But just as he's about to leave, a familiar voice stops him. It's his big brother, who also happens to be the homeroom teacher of his class. With a casual, yet concerned tone, his brother asks, "Isn't it too early to go to school? Everything all right?" MC, caught off guard, turns around. He assures his brother that everything is fine, that his new classmates are nice to him. But then, his brother's expression turns serious. "Has anyone tried to pick a fight with you?" For a split second, MC recalls the moment he accidentally knocked out a bully the previous day. But not wanting to cause trouble, he shrugs it off, saying there was no fight at all. Everyone's been friendly. His brother watches him carefully before giving a small nod. "That's good. Just get along with everyone and focus on your studies. If you do well, you can enter a good university. You know how worried mom and dad are about you, so don't make them even more worried by getting into trouble." Then, with a slightly softer expression, he asks, "Any signs of your memory coming back?" MC laughs awkwardly. "Nope, nothing yet." His brother smiles reassuringly. "Don't rush it. It'll come back someday." Arriving at school. Outside the school, MC realizes he's way too early. He sighs, recalling how his mom told him that before his accident, he used to wake up at 5 a.m. every day to study. So, following his mother's advice, he forced himself to wake up early, and now he regrets it because he's exhausted. As he enters the classroom, he's surprised to see someone already there. Seo Baeom. MC greets her casually. "Did you come early too? What time did you leave your house?" She doesn't answer at first, just glancing at him before recalling the moment he had returned her book from the bullies. Her cheeks redden slightly. After a short pause, she finally responds, "Since we're here early, let's just study quietly." MC blinks in surprise. He wasn't expecting her to talk to him nicely for once. "Oh, yeah, sure, let's do that." For the first time, they study together. But within minutes, MC dozes off, only to wake up later, wiping his drool in embarrassment. Did she see me drooling? As he tries to focus, he picks up his Korean language book, but the words on the page feel completely foreign to him. He remembers nothing. Frustrated, he glances at Seo Beom, who is writing in English. Taking the chance, he picks up his English book, thinking, forget Korean. Maybe I'll remember something if I study English. As he starts writing, something shocking happens. He's effortlessly solving difficult English problems. MC pauses, confused. Wait, why is this so easy? Seo Beom, noticing his fluent writing, also looks genuinely surprised. How is this nerd solving such advanced questions so easily? Curious, she calls out to him. Hey! MC looks around confused. Did you just call me? Just as she's about to say something, his friends suddenly barge in, bombarding him with questions. Seo Beom, realizing the moment is ruined, quickly packs up and leaves. The blonde-haired friend scoffs. Man, you must have felt so awkward sitting next to that rude girl. MC smirks. Nah, for the first time, she actually spoke to me normally. A little later, MC is enjoying a burger, a treat from his chubby friend, Fatty. The taste surprises him. What is this? It's amazing, Fatty laughs. It's called a burger. You seriously don't remember? MC shakes his head. Not at all. Despite the small distractions, he feels that today is his lucky day. As Seo Beom spoke to him, he's enjoying good food, and everything seems peaceful. He even considers asking her to walk home together, since they live in the same direction. But just as he's lost in thought, a glass bottle comes flying straight at his head. MC instinctively dodges, eyes widening in shock. Standing in the doorway is Dongmin, looking furious. This time, we're fighting for real. In another part of the school, word of the upcoming fight spreads fast. In a dimly lit hallway, a red t-shirt wearing student picking his ear. Did Dongmin arrive yet? He asks lazily. A lackey shakes his head. Not sure. The red t-shirt guy clicks his tongue. Chich! I came to school early just to see this fight. The camera shifts. His friend, a nerdy boy, is nervously cleaning his ear with a cotton swab when red t-shirt suddenly slaps him. What, you trying to rip your eardrum out? He sneers before suddenly shoving his finger into the nerd's ear. The poor guy yelps in pain as red t-shirt cackles. Just then, a lackey rushes in. Boss, Dongmin already started fighting. Red t-shirt's smirk widens. Now this will be fun. Back in the classroom, the battle continues. MC stands confused. Why is he doing this? He needs to calm down first. Dongmin, filled with rage, swings wildly at MC. There's no reason. Just stand still and take your beating. MC dodges every punch effortlessly. His movements feel unnaturally fast. The audience watches in shock. Not a single hit lands. Red t-shirt, watching from the back, frowns. Dongmin isn't weak, but how is that nerd dodging everything so easily? Dongmin, exhausted and sweating, pants heavily. MC notices a weak spot, his jaw. Backed against the wall, MC braces himself as Dongmin throws one final punch. But this time, MC counters. A clean punch lands straight on Dongmin's jaw. Dongmin is sent flying across the room. The entire classroom falls silent. Even Red T-shirt, who had been mocking the fight earlier, stares in shock. So the rumors were true. That nerd actually knocked him out again. MC looks down at his fist, stunned. What did I just do? As Dongmin lies on the ground, the classroom watches in stunned silence. But in his mind, he isn't unconscious. He's just too humiliated to get up. He's been knocked out by a single punch, not once, but twice. The sheer embarrassment keeps him frozen. His mind races. How am I supposed to show my face at school now? And then it hits him. This feeling, it's exactly the same as before. He was wrong, completely wrong. And now, he's more certain than ever. The so-called nerd standing before him reminds him of one person, the king of this school, Senior Juan Dehan. Before he can process it further, a new challenger appears. A sudden blur of motion, Kim Sawan, the student in the red t-shirt, rushes at MC with a flying kick. MC instinctively dodges. Sawan grins, impressed. Damn, your reaction speed is insane. MC stares at him, dumbfounded. Why are you talking like we're in some wuxia novel? Ignoring him, Sawan asks, Your name's Jo Yoon, right? Sewon casually invites him outside for a smoke. As he lights a cigarette, he exhales and asks, "So, what the hell were you doing all this time if you don't even know how to smoke? Your life must be boring." He offers one to MC. MC refuses. "I don't smoke." Sewon chuckles. "Students are saying you're not from around here. Where are you from?" "Busan." Sewon hums. "Huh. Never been to Busan before." MC, watching the cigarette burn between his fingers, suddenly feels a strange craving. Why does this look delicious? He quickly shakes his head. "What the hell am I thinking?" Sewon laughs. "They say Busan girls are pretty. That true?" MC shrugs. "I wouldn't know. I don't remember much." Sewon smirks. "Well, there's Ju Hong-hee. She's a Busan girl and she's damn pretty." Just then, a group of girls approaches. "Hey, give us a cigarette." "Buy your own," Sewon scoffs. "You're so stingy. We'll pay you back later." One of them eyes MC. "Who's this?" Sewon pats MC's shoulder. This guy just knocked out Dongmin, so, naturally, he's taking Dongmin's place. MC freezes. "Wait, what?" Back in the classroom, MC's friends gather around, congratulating him. The blonde friend grins. "Dude, you just got promoted to a noble class." MC is confused. "A what?" His friend explains, "There are 4 major social classes in this school. First slave class, like Seo Bayom, basically the bottom. 2, commander class, us commoners. 3, noble class, the elite, including Senior Kim Zifor, the king, and everyone knows who that is." MC is dumbfounded. What is this? The Joseon dynasty? Why the hell are there social ranks in high school? His friends envy him. He climbed to noble status in just 2 days. But MC isn't happy. "I didn't ask for this. I just wanted a quiet, peaceful school life." Before he can think further, Sewon appears. "What are you doing here? Come eat with us." In the cafeteria, MC picks up a tray, but Sewon snatches it away. "What are you doing?" he asks. "You don't need to carry your own food. The kids will do it for you." MC watches as a younger student quickly takes his tray and sets it at the table. Sewon smirks. "See? Life's easier now that you're one of us." MC feels increasingly uncomfortable. This doesn't feel right. Meanwhile, in the classroom, a student begs his friend for a spare PE uniform. "Hell no! You'll make it stink like poop." The student groans. "I'll wash it and return it." Then, his eyes land on Seo Bayom. He smirks. "Never mind. I'll just take hers." As usual, Seo Bayom ignores him. Annoyed, he yanks her earphones out. "Hey! How dare you ignore me?" He sneers. "Did you forget what Senior Daehan said? You're a slave. Or are you ignoring his orders?" Before he can say another word, a shadow looms over him. MC stands behind him. "Move!" The bully turns, furious. "Who the hell do you think?" He stops. The height difference is insane. Why is he so huge? Nervous, he points a shaky finger. "You don't know who I am, do you? I was friends with Dongmin since middle school." Another student quickly grabs him. "Dude, shut the hell up. Let's go." The bully glares. "Why are you dragging me?" His friend hisses. "Do you know why Dongmin isn't here?" "He left the school." "What?" "Yeah, that guy beat him so bad he disappeared." MC watches them leave. Maybe being one of them isn't so bad. No one's messing with me. SEO Byum, still seated, glances at him. Later, MC's friends decide to celebrate. Fatty grins. "Let's hit the convenience store. I'll treat everyone." As they leave, Sewon stops MC. "Where are you going?" "Just to buy some snacks." Sewon smirks. "Cool. Grab some chocolate and milk for me." MC hesitates. He's forcing his friend to pay for all of this. Sewon suddenly leans in. "Oh, and don't forget. Meet us where we smoked earlier. We're going to karaoke." MC frowns. "Do I have to?" Sewon grins. "Of course." Inside the karaoke room, Sewon sings loudly and terribly. The girls whisper and giggle. Why does he love karaoke so much when he sounds awful? One girl points at MC. "Why is he here?" Another replies, "Kim Sewon brought him. He replaced Dongmin." The first girl gasps. "No way. This nerd knocked out Dongmin?" They laugh. "Sewon didn't like Dongmin anyway. Seems like he likes this one better." Another girl smirks. "He's from Busan, right? Hong-hee, do you know him?" Hong-hee glares. Do you think Busan is some tiny village where everyone knows each other? Enumski, ignoring their chatter, sighs. Why am I even here? Sewon suddenly calls out, Jo Yoon, come sing. I can't. I don't remember any songs. Sewon's grin sharpens. So you don't want to sing with me? MC quickly shakes his head. No, really, I just don't remember. Sewon laughs. Fine, fine. Then his smile fades. Anyway, I called you here for a reason. McTenses. I need you to take over Dongmin's job. MC blinks. Job? Sewon leans forward. It's easy. Just collect 500,000 won every week from your class. Deadline's Friday. Simple, right? MC realizes this isn't a request. It's an order. As the conversation unfolds, Hong-hee keeps staring at him. Why does this guy seem so familiar? The night is lively, as the group of students drinks and celebrates their new member's initiation. A girl questions Kimsey about whether he got permission from Daehan before accepting a new member. Kimsey shrugs, saying the rule is simple. Whoever defeats the previous member takes their place. However, our MC doesn't seem pleased with this explanation. Holding his drink, he suddenly asks, Isn't it illegal for high schoolers to drink? And why are they even drinking? Kimsey smirks, grabs MC's glass, and forces him to drink. MC coughs violently, making the others burst into laughter. One of the girls excitedly snaps pictures, teasing that it's his first time drinking and he looks really cute. Amused, Kimsey asks how it tastes. Strangely, instead of being disgusted, MC looks surprised. Internally, he wonders why the taste feels so familiar, as if his body instinctively knows the sensation. A thought lingers. Had he been a regular drinker before? Without realizing it, he starts downing drink after drink, shocking everyone. Kimsey watches in disbelief as MC surpasses expectations. Meanwhile, a blonde girl in the group keeps staring at MC, struggling to shake off the feeling that she has seen him before. Suddenly a flashback takes us to a chilling scene. A man lies on the ground, bleeding next to a truck. Flutter open, he barely comprehends his surroundings. Before more is revealed, MC wakes up in his bed, gasping. He adjusts his glasses, his head pounding from the previous night's drinking, still confused about how he got home. His first thought, did his brother find out? If so, he knows he's in deep trouble. Stepping out of his room, his brother calls out, telling him to hurry up or he'll be late for school. Scratching his head, MC starts to mention last night, but hesitates. His brother then asks if he's tired, making MC even more confused. Shouldn't he have realized he was drunk? But to MC's relief, his brother assumes he's just exhausted from transferring schools. However, just as MC rushes to the dining room, his brother catches a faint whiff of alcohol and grows suspicious. On his way to school, MC sighs in relief that he wasn't caught. He recalls his mother's warning. His brother can be terrifying when angry. Determined to be more careful, he realizes he still reeks of alcohol and decides to buy chewing gum. Entering a convenience store, he hears someone being scolded. It's none other than the female lead. Her boss reprimands her, warning that if she messes up again, she'll be fired. MC greets the store owner and exchanges glances with FML. After stepping outside, MC offers her some gum, which she refuses. Curious, MC asks if she works all night before heading to school. She responds nonchalantly, saying she does so 5 days a week. Studying all night is necessary anyway, so she might as well earn money. She even mentions how it allows her to afford lunch. MC recalls seeing her eat a simple triangle-shaped kimbap on the rooftop and suspects she has financial struggles. He compliments her dedication, saying it makes him reflect on himself and decide to start working harder. Hearing this, she stares at him intensely. When he notices, she suddenly asks a question, making him excited. It's the first time she has shown interest in him, but his excitement fades when she asks, "How did you get so good at English?" Dumbfounded, MC expected something more personal. She explains that while he struggles with basic subjects, he solves complex English problems with ease. She presses him for a secret method, leaning in too close. Flustered, MC insists there's no secret, but she refuses to believe him. Frustrated, she storms off, assuming he's lying. In class, she remains cold toward him. To clear up the misunderstanding, MC writes her a note explaining that he has amnesia. She responds with another note, dismissing it as an excuse. Exasperated, MC wonders how he can prove the truth. After class, MC sees his friends heading to the store and asks to join them. They panic, telling him there's no need and that they'll buy whatever he wants. MC tells them not to buy anything for him. Before they can leave, a girl appears, demanding to see MC. His friends tells MC that Hong Hee is looking for him. Confused, MC wonders who she is. When they lock eyes, she excitedly calls out his name, grabs his arm, and asks if he got home safely. Hong Hee reminds MC that he was incredibly drunk last night. Hearing this, MC becomes anxious. He looks behind and takes her outside to talk in private. As they leave, Bam watches them silently from behind. Outside, he asked what exactly did he do last night. Laughing, she reveals that he drank straight from the bottle and even forced Kimsey to drink. Shocked, MC can't believe it until Hong Hee shows him pictures from last night. In the images, MC is holding Kimsey by the neck, chugging drinks like a madman. She then tells him that after drinking, he ran off making strange gestures, leaving everyone bewildered. Meanwhile, Hong Hee feels an eerie sense of familiarity, the way MC drinks, the way he talks. It all reminds her of someone she once knew in Busan. A flashback reveals Hong Hee in a bar, uncomfortable among rowdy drinkers. Amidst the chaos, a man confidently proclaims that no one will leave walking on two legs by the end of the night. Curious, Hong Hee asks her friend about the guy making such a scene. The response? If she doesn't know him, she's not really from Busan. Back in the present, Hong Hee starts to suspect that MC and the infamous guy from Busan might be the same person. But if that's true, why is he here? And why does he look so different? Before she can dig deeper, Kimsey's lackey spots them and points them out. Kimsey is shocked to see them standing so close. His friend smirks, suggesting that maybe MC doesn't know that Kimsey has feelings for Hong Hee. The scene shifts to a bustling shopping mall where a young woman walks alongside a group of guys. One of them questions why she is here instead of at school, to which she nonchalantly replies that school is boring. While talking, something catches her attention. A moochie purse. She picks it up, admiring it, and exclaims, "Isn't it cute?" Just like me. The store clerk, impressed by her taste, comments that she has a good eye. Smirking, she confidently replies, "This level of taste is nothing for me." Then, turning to one of the guys, she sweetly says, "Appa, I want this as my birthday present." The guy inquires about the price, and she casually responds, "Only 5 million won." He hesitates, remarking that it isn't much, but still questions if something like this is really necessary. Before he can finish his thought, he suddenly stops speaking. The store clerk asks if she should prepare the payment, but the guy leaves them hanging, walking away without responding. Then, turning to the girl, he asks, "Were you always like this?" Confused by his words, she looks at him for clarification. Instead, he abruptly turns left and says, "It was fun while it lasted. Live well." Meanwhile, the guy asks his friend about Seo Beom, the female lead, wondering how she is doing. His friend replies that her life is likely going as usual. After all, he has made her his slave. At school, the girl suddenly points at MC, asking if he remembers her. She believes she saw him in Seomyeon a year ago. Hearing this, MC's heartbeat races. He doesn't remember her at all, but he plays along, hesitantly asking, "Did we actually meet?" She isn't entirely sure either, which is why she wanted to confirm. When MC awkwardly admits his memory isn't great, he laughs in his mind, worried that if she truly recognizes him and discovers his past of being bullied, it might spread, and he could become a target again. However, she soon appears puzzled and mentions another name, Jo Hun. Hearing this, MC looks surprised. She then asks, "Did you change your name?" He responds, "My name was originally Yu Cho Yoon." She recalls that the guy she is thinking of didn't wear glasses and had a completely different aura. Doubt creeps in. Perhaps she is mistaken. Before they can dwell on it further, someone suddenly interrupts, calling out, "What are you two talking about so excitedly?" Enter Kimsey, a notorious troublemaker. He grins and teases MC, asking if they became close after the drinking party. Getting closer, he jokingly complains that he is jealous. Hong Hee always runs away when he talks to her, yet she seems so comfortable chatting with MC. Annoyed, she retorts, "When did I ever run away?" Kimsey, making a disgustingly playful face, whines, "Hang out with me too, Hong Hee," before making ridiculous sound effects. Rolling her eyes, she replies, "I avoid you because you act like this." Snapping out of his childish behavior, Kimsey demands to know what they were talking about so eagerly. Hong Hee brushes it off, saying they didn't discuss much, just that she lived in Busan for a while and wanted to see if they had mutual acquaintances. Then, turning to MC, she asks, Isn't that right, Yuna? MC quickly agrees. However, Kimsey grows visibly irritated. He brings up the drinking party, mentioning how MC messed up with him. Apologizing, MC admits he blacked out and doesn't remember much. Kimsey smirks, placing his hands on MC's cheeks and squeezing them, teasing that MC was cute while rambling in his drunken state. Then, with a sinister undertone, he asks, "Are you collecting the money or not?" MC suddenly remembers what was said during the drinking party. Kimsey reminds him that tomorrow is Friday, and he must bring the collected 500,000 won after school. Internally, MC panics. His monthly allowance is only 30,000 won. How is he supposed to get that much money by tomorrow? His thoughts are further clouded by concerns about his past. If Hong Hee truly knows about his history and spreads it, it could destroy the life he's trying to build at this school. Meanwhile, as he enters the classroom, students are whispering and laughing at someone. It's none other than Dongmin, the guy MC previously knocked out with a single punch. Dongmin has now been demoted to the slave class. Students mock him, throwing a slipper at him and ordering him to bring it back. When Dongmin hesitates, they threaten to inform Daehan that he isn't fulfilling his duties as a slave. Fear flickers in his eyes as he complies. Witnessing this, MC feels conflicted. A part of him pities Dongmin, while another part believes this is the consequence of his past bullying. Later, MC's friends arrive with a pile of snacks and drinks, claiming they bought them for him. MC insists they shouldn't waste their money, but his friend laughs, saying that compared to what they've been forced to do in the past, this is nothing. Glancing at Dongmin, MC realizes the cycle of dominance is still alive. Instead of keeping the snacks for himself, he shares them with his friends, instructing them not to buy such things again. Then, as MC turns around, he offers a chocolate bar to Seo Beom. His friends immediately stop him, warning him that talking to her could get him into serious trouble. Confused, she asks what kind of trouble they mean. A blonde-haired friend explains that the king of the school, Huang Daehan, has declared that anyone who gets close to Seo Beom will be punished, or worse. MC finally understands the power hierarchy in this school. Seo Beom then turns to MC and coldly says, "Did you hear that? So don't talk to me so carelessly unless you want to end up like me." Shortly after, the teacher dismisses the class but complains about a foul smell. He points to an overflowing trash bin and orders it to be cleaned. A girl, looking annoyed, kicks a desk and orders Seo Beom to do it, threatening to report her to the king if she refuses. MC watches as Seo Beom silently lifts the heavy garbage bags. Outside, she struggles under their weight. Suddenly, a hand grabs one of the bags. It's MC. Surprised, she asks, "What are you doing?" MC simply replies, "Let me take one. I want to help you." She stays silent for a moment. Then MC asks her a question that has been on his mind. "You don't seem like someone who would obediently follow orders, so why do you let others push you around? Is there another reason?" As he speaks, someone observes them from the shadows. It's one of the king's close friends. Smirks and mutters, "A new face? Who the hell is this iron guts bastard?"